And we are back. Thanks for your clocks, transgender hate mail, homosexual hate mail, atheist hate mail. Basically, me reacting to a bunch of screen caps on YouTube and DeviantArt that are responsive comments. I'm in against these deviant lifestyles and a few other things. Trigger warning. Yeah, not that. We're not doing that. Yeah, we'll get another plastic bag for that. Yeah, this cookie. We're good on the cookie. Yeah, we'll put that in the refrigerator, and if someone else wants to get some of that, they can have it. Because I'm done. I'm done with that. That's very rich, very decadent cookie. Just had to be microwaved a little bit. Yeah, microwave it for like 30 seconds. Not too long, because it'll basically start to burn. But microwave it enough, it gets nice and soft and wonderful. But that's enough of that cookie. I ate like half of it. So yeah, we're good. Let's see right here. Transgender email. Homosexual email, atheist email. Basically, me reacting to what screen caps on YouTube and DeviantArt. There are responsive comments. I mean, against this deviant lifestyles and a few other things. Trigger warning, if you don't like what I'm saying, go ahead, click off the video. Do not lie and say there's hate speech in my videos, because there is no hate speech in my videos. It's speech you hate. That's a different story. Let's continue on with people getting things wrong with these comment sections, and me translating them out with biology versus basic biology. And then we need to talk about that. We're dealing with some internet issues, but I'm still trying to get this stuff out as best I can. Let's go. There's overlap, but there's going to be some overlap with the comments, but it's important to do that so we don't miss anything. Here, I say, by using the pronouns you prefer, you're lying. And those pins are admitting you are lying about your identical sex. You have to stop doing that. And then girl says, this proves that you don't really actually care about lying. Actually, it proves that I do actually care about lying. Lying is wrong. Lying is abomination to the Lord. Fatal to truth is the light. And lying is basically done because someone is afraid of what they think the truth will bring. And that's bad, because the truth always comes out every single time. And it's one of the things that I ever heard of is that females are afraid to go to the doctors because that we found out as females. I'm just like, what? And of course the anti-science stuff going on there. There's one girl, that was Vietnamese. She was saying, yeah, I was having trouble. At least when my parents took me to the hospital one day, because according I was having trouble eating, and she was like, I was basically not eating, starving, my kind of anorexia or some bullcrap, and they were trying to figure out why I was having trouble eating. And so they examined me, okay? And she's like, oh, yeah, they basically tried to examine my body, and they basically, it's like, I was out there, and basically exposed my lower part, she's called it, a lower part, just to scan, make sure my entire digestive system, make sure it's all good. I'm like, you mean your vulva? your vulva, That's what it is. It's called a vulva. It's female stuff. It's vulva. It's made up of the outer labia, the inner labia, the clitoris. Urethra, vaginal orifice. It's what female humans are born with. Vulva. It's a normal thing. The fear of being found out as a normal human being. Seeing people cower in fear like that is just annoying. It's just horrible. That's why I fight against this stuff, because they're getting it wrong. People are telling them the wrong stuff and they're getting that stuff wrong. So I say, learn to live with this stuff. Normal things. This is normal things that happen. And it's like, because you don't actually care about lying. I do care about lying a lot. You care about me being myself. You can be yourself. Yeah, I do, but not that you can't be yourself. I'm saying you can be yourself without lying about your sex. You can't. Or skin color, or whatever. Nationality. That's what you gotta deal with. Because it's important. Telling everyone the truth makes it not a lie. Then I'm like, okay, what quote the truth? What is the truth to this person, this girl? I don't know. I say, if you were being yourself, then you are the only reason to transition. No need to lie about your biological sex and disguise your body to help with that lie. You want to look like you want, and that is not always possible. But you can be yourself without looking like you want. Yeah, well, I do that all the time. And then girl says, I would like to be who I am, and who I am is what I tell you, as long as you're not lying. Plus, I'm not disguising anything. Yeah, you are. Again, when a female to male, when a transgender person, a girl wants to be a boy, says, I'm not disguising anything, I'm not hiding anything. When I basically hide my breasts, smash my breasts down with a garment that is designed to smash them down so it looks like a man, so my chest is like a man's chest, and it causes all kinds of problems with blood flow and breathing difficulties, but I look like a dude now. Is that right? I'm Jimmy now, right. I know. I'm like, you are hiding stuff. You're disguising stuff. I put myself full of testosterone so I can grow a beard and look, like more like a dude. Cut my hair short so I look more like a dude. Get a fake penis or my genitals, my perfectly functional genitals, female genitals, mutilated into a male, to look more like a male's genitals, and never get male genitals. I do all this stuff. It's not disguise, right? No, it is. It's totally disguising. It goes like, I'm not disguising anything. You are totally disguising things. What's the point of changing something if no one else will ever see it? You see it. It's a coping mechanism, a very bad coping mechanism. It is going against reality to try and be what you want to be, but you can't change what you are. You can change who you are, but not what you are. Human beings are have a very specific kind of body, a male body or a female body. That's what we have. And the problem is trying to change that. Again, what's going on with these people is they are trying to change their bodies to look like what they want, so they can act like what they want. You don't need to be doing that. What you need to do is just act like what you want. People, of course, that's the issue. I saw art where it was like, I think it was like someone made a comic about the transgender lifestyle. Everybody's just saying, yeah, it's like basically being a dog. Okay, and you see a cartoon dog hanging out, walking around on two legs, and the people around him are like, what are you doing walking on two legs? You're a dog. You're supposed to be on all fours. And he's like, I don't like walking on all fours. Like, whatever, man. You're supposed to be a dog. You're weird. You're to be on two legs. It's like, what are you doing? Why aren't you eating your dog food? Like, I don't want to eat dog food. I want to eat something else. It's like, you're a dog. Yeah, you're supposed to do that. Because it's all about how they look to people. What people say to them. It's like, yeah, people are going to hate on you because of the way you act, but that's the way you are a unique individual. So what are you doing going by what random people are saying? Not me, random as in, but random as in people on the street, who are walking by, who don't even know who the heck you are. You're trying to make them see you as something else. It's just like, it's disguising. It's really sad. Continue on here. I just think, no, see it, and also you're messing with yourself too, because you're trying to hide and lie to yourself to make things better for yourself because of fear, dysphoria, fear. And the girl says, no, my gender is not about being masculine. My gender identity. Identity is not about being masculine or about privilege. If I wanted those things, I would never have been a tomboy. But the problem is she just has herself as lying and saying she's a male. She's a boy with ovaries. So yeah, that's the tomboy thing. There's an issue. There's a different thing, because basically with girls who want to basically wear pants, have cut their hair short, wear pants, but are still like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna hide to have breasts and other curves, I'm not gonna, but I can, basically, be the best, one of the best players on this team, with breasts and curves, and my she/her pronouns and my birth name, that's a tomboy, basically. Tomboy. Girl wants to basically do the same sport activities as a boy. That's what the tomboys are considered. What this girl doing is she lying about sex. She's trying to hide that she has breasts and curves. She's trying to lie and basically say, I am Jimmy, not Sally, basically. That's wrong. There we go. I'm not okay. And I say, if you're not trying to disguise anything, well, why transition? Are you, no matter what you look like. You say it's not for privilege, but you obviously feel there are benefits to doing it. There's a benefit to doing it. Obviously, the rationalization and the basic not what is it called, obliviousness to what is actually happening is a sad reality of the transgender lifestyle. There, seeing people be like, "What the heck," they're going like, "I'm not doing anything wrong," respect my pronouns. I made up. This is not good. There's benefit to it. Girls like transition because I have this condition called gender dysphoria, fear of what could happen because based on my biological sex. It's not a condition. It's a thing that happens. It's not a condition. She thinks it's a condition. It's fear. Fear of what could happen because of how you look or what biological sex you were born as. Gender dysphoria, fear. Gender fear. Basically, a mental condition. Yeah, it is. Fear. Where if someone feels immense discomfort, pain, fear, with features related to their assigned